Hello. You are welcome to Beyond Belief, this new podcast by Bamcha Trevor Brill the first. Given the feedback I've gotten from the first episode, first of all, I would like to thank you guys who have so far listened, and I would like to thank you for the feedback. And I saw very many of you saying that you wanted to listen to the real person and not the AI, and here I am. Well, today I'm having a dialogue with some brother of mine here. It's called Bless. We've been friends for a very long time, and he has come here to put me in the hot seat. But before that, I would like to make an advert for my G, UK used boyfriend, aka Kakande, aka Kakslama. He sells the best iPhones, actually phones and accessories. You can call him at 0757 999 840, or reach him out on his Twitter at Kakslama on Twitter. So Bless, you can introduce yourself to the listeners.
Hello guys. I'm Bless. I'll be interviewing this boy of mine tonight. We're gonna have a great time.
So I think we can let's go forward with the dialogue I'm supposed to have with this guy here. So Bless, carry on.
Trevor, what made you become an atheist?
I became an atheist. In the recent episode, I explained in the AI's voice the different types of atheists. I became an atheist in 2013 out of curiosity. I think very many of you guys have heard of the saying that God's curiosity killed the cat. So that's when I became an atheist. Because of curiosity, I used to overread a lot. I'm so inquisitive, very many things. So I began reading a lot, and things weren't adding up.
Curiosity about what?
About everything, how everything came to be.
Curiosity about religion or how life started?
Everything, life, religion, everything. How did we come to be? What were the books saying? What were the holy books saying? Because I come from a staunch Christian family. We are Protestants back home, and we even have a church on the family land. We built it. It's the church of the sub-county. I actually even used to preach there back then during holiday, December holidays. I used to preach in church. So I am well versed with the Bible. So when I began reading reading about other mythologies, I was like, let me step outside my how should I phrase it? I was like, okay, let me see what other mythologies talk about. So I went to my Arab friends. I read about Islam. I read the Quran, of course, the translated version of the Quran from Arabic to English. I went and read Norse mythology, Greek mythology, Chinese mythology, Indian mythology, the Aztec mythology, almost very I won't say almost, but I've read very many mythologies.
Okay.
And most of them are similar, of course, of having a deity, struck a god, and then the Satan guy, and then different mythologies. According to the Jewish mythology, Christian mythology, how you guys call it, we came this god guy created us from dust. When you read the Norse mythology, the Viking mythology, like Odin, their god created us from trees. When you read Greek mythology, Zeus and Prometheus, they created man from Zeus's sweat. Very many mythologies.
Okay. Like you're curious.
So I was curious.
2013 is a very long time. That's 10 years. So what's your conclusion? Did you get the answer you're looking for?
Well, I didn't get
you
that.
researched a lot of methodology. You've researched how many methodologies of how we came about? And how do you think we came about?
Right now, there's no answer of how we came about.
So you don't know how we came about?
We don't know. As a scientist, we don't know how we came about. But, like, what I can tell you is, life started on Earth some few million years ago on Earth. And what was so far discovered as scientists is that life on Earth is also alien. If you've read enough. Meaning life didn't start on Earth like how religious books suggest. Life is alien. It was brought here through meteorites that hit Earth.
Say what?
A few million years back. You've heard me right, Blaise. According to what we have right now, the data we have right now as science, that is how life came to be. That is why you find we share, because life began on Earth as a single-celled creature, what we call locus in science. That is why, like all life actually, like I don't confuse you guys with a lot of science, but you find that we share DNA with bananas. Did you guys know that we share DNA with bananas?
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. We share 98% DNA with bananas.
So from all the methodologies you researched, were they all wrong? Methodologies?
The mythologies, sorry. They are called mythologies.
Mythologies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are all wrong because they don't give facts. They don't give facts. Bless, you're a Christian, a stroke Catholic. The Bible says we came from dust.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
And you don't believe it?
I don't believe it that we came from dust. I don't believe we came from dust. And
yeah, but I want to understand, as an atheist, what do you believe?
I believe in facts. If you provide me facts that your God exists, I'll acknowledge that it exists, but I will still not worship it. Because where has it been all this time?
Okay.
Look at all these events that have happened in our lifetime as humans on Earth. Do you think there's a God? Pregnant women dying during labor. All these diseases killing people every day. Poverty, famine, world hunger.
Okay. So do you think bad things happen for a reason, or they just happen?
They just happen.
There's no ulterior motive. There's nothing. Background.
Nothing. Zero.
Bad things just happen.
Just happens. Fate. I believe in fate. If it's meant to happen, after this podcast I move to my bedroom and die, that's it. It's my fate. I go in my bed and get a stroke. That's it.
It's meant to just happen. Nothing happened. It just happened.
Poor health, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I'm stressed about work or something, or like a relationship. Yeah, that is it. If I move out and a taxi hits me, or a border or like a lorry, that's it.
What do you guys believe happens after someone dies?
Nothing. Because we are all animals. We are all animals.
There's no life after death?
There's no life after death. If you want to tell me, even mosquitoes, that these ones you kill every day while we're sleeping, also have souls that go to heaven when you kill them. Is that what you want to try to insinuate?
I'm trying to understand your point of view, because as a Christian, I believe there's life after death.
Well, there is no life after death. That's what we know. Because, first of all, souls, when you read your religious books, it says that souls are the ones that are taken out and they go to a heaven or a hell. Says all mythologies, not only yours. Because
so, as an atheist, do you believe that there are souls?
There are no souls. Where are they located? They're not located. Now, this is the thing now. You religious people confuse the soul with consciousness.
Okay.
The consciousness has developed with us in the brain throughout evolution of the human beings. If you've read my tweets, if you follow me on, I know you follow me on Twitter, you must be seeing those tweets I make. The consciousness has evolved together with the human brain all together.
Okay.
Yes, in the frontal lobe, in the part of the brain called the frontal lobe. The consciousness is what gives us self-awareness. Self-awareness that, I'm Trevor and all that. The consciousness, etc. does a lot of things. So, I believe, and very many other scientists, we believe that when you die, the consciousness decays together with the brain, and that's it. That's the end of you. Though I would like to upload Elon Musk of that initiative he's taking of that company called Neuralink. They're trying ways. There's an article I read of them trying to download your consciousness and put it like such that when you die, when you're like few hours to your death, they can download your consciousness and you can still speak to your loved ones. You can still communicate to your loved ones. Your consciousness is still available, and this will be used on. Basically, it will be, of course, expensive. I think I speculate. It will be expensive, and I think this will be a good initiative to keep the intelligent people. Now, just imagine people like Albert Einstein died with all that knowledge, dying with all that knowledge that they had. Galilei, Da Vinci. If that how should I call it? If that matter they had could be harvested, like right now, how Elon Musk and that company of his are trying to do in that initiative of theirs of Neuralink. Imagine where we would be, because most of their findings is what we are basing on to in science right now.
So as atheists, you guys only believe in facts.
We believe in facts.
But there's no fact of how we started.
Well, we're still finding out. We're still finding out of if you give us time, if there is peace, because you people kill us. You've killed us and calling us heretics, witch doctors. Throughout time.
Do you believe in witchcraft? Because you can't prove it. Do you believe in witchcraft?
I don't believe in witchcraft because it's not.
It's not true.
Yeah.
You've seen incidences where people are bewitched.
Well, I've seen videos of snakes, bees, and all that stuff. I don't believe in them, and I've seen people here growing limbs of a cow. But I would like to take these people to the laboratory and see their DNA structure and all that, and really prove. If anyone knows. Let me pose this question to our listeners. If any of you knows anyone who has been bewitched and their nose has turned to their butts or they have grown tails, please let me know. We can take them in for checkup and see.
Do you have the resources to do that?
Yes, I have the resources to do that.
Kale, what role do you think science plays in the atheist world?
It plays the biggest part because science provides us with facts. That's the reason why atheists are atheists.
So what's the difference between a scientist and an atheist?
Well,
because there are scientists who are believers.
Yeah, there are scientists that are believers, but
there are scientists who are not believers.
Yes, you're very right. And that gives me... now let me tell you guys about... there's a... How should I term it? The more someone becomes educated and knowledgeable is the more they lose their faith. Now, 70% of educated people are religious, of bachelors and below.
Then 70% are religious?
70% of educated people are religious.
You're fucked like that?
Yeah, you can check the census. You can Google and see the census.
30% atheists.
30% are atheists. Because the more knowledgeable you get. Let me give you an example. If you're to go out in developed countries, you don't find churches or other like religious institutions everywhere. Like, let me give you an example here in Uganda, by the way. You cannot drive for 5 kilometers without seeing a church, a mosque, or a shrine. And then you can see the kind of shithole country we are. Not only in Uganda, but Africa. But then, when you go to developed countries, go to the UK, go to the States, drive for 5 kilometers and tell me if you will see any church. No, you won't. You won't.
How about Paris, the Vatican, Rome?
Rome, that's where Christianity started from, so expect the worst. But go to developed countries, you won't find churches.
So
They are less religious.
are you insinuating that just because there are no churches, there are less churches? There are churches, but they are less.
They are less.
There's a smaller number.
Yes,
Because
because
saying just because there's a small number of churches, let's say in the UK, as you say, developed countries,
yes,
they are not believers just because there are no churches.
less. Get like I want you to comprehend me. The
You
more
say there are less churches,
there are less churches, hence
less believers.
less believers. As you can see here, like I've said, you can't drive for 5 kilometers without seeing any religious
So he's saying the
institution
number of believers is proportional to the number of churches in a
Yeah.
given country.
or religious institutions, or you may say mosques. Now, let me take you now to Saudi
Let me
Arabia.
ask you something. When I wanted to ask you about Saudi Arabia, they are very
Now,
keen on their religion.
they're keen on their religion because their religion is their culture. Now, just imagine missionaries didn't come to Africa. Would also be like Saudi Arabia, because our culture was embedded with our religions. Do you get my point? Yes. Our culture is embedded with that's the same thing with them. For them, their culture is embedded with Islam. That's it. But then when you see
But they're a developed country. You said an issue of us being not. You get
Yeah.
an issue of you kind of being less developed because of religion.
yes,
Do you think we're less developed because of religion?
yes.
Religion
Yes.
has a big part.
Yes, religion has a
In
big
the
part.
numbers of in the increasing numbers of poverty in the country.
Yes, religion has a big part in playing with
How is that?
development. Well, religion comes with how someone thinks. I'm sorry for the religious people if this offends you, but religious people don't think.
They do not think.
They don't think.
That is according to you.
Not according to me. They tend to leave everything to their deity. That Katonda ajja kunyamba. In English, in Luganda, Katonda will do this for me. God will do this for me. God will do this for me. You get?
Okay.
So they don't take responsibility of their actions.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. If something bad happens to them, the devil. When something good happens to them, oh God, thank you, oh God, thank you. So they don't take sole responsibility when they screw up. So that whole thing comes up with how they carry themselves in all aspects of life.
When you say they don't think, are you saying they're not logical? They're not of
They
sound
are
mind?
not logical. But by the time you can't tell what's right and wrong, then actually, don't know. You're not capable of thinking, and you're not capable of doing something sensible. You can see our leaders all the way from district level to municipal level. Sorry, like I think municipal level is same as district level. To parliament, cabinet. All of them are religious people. It's few atheists. I know of only one atheist in parliament. No, not in parliament, in government. That's Ofonopono, the spokesperson.
Fonopono was an atheist.
Yes.
So he's saying he's the best grader in the government.
I'm not saying.
Because it's very logical. He said they do not reason. The rest don't reason.
Yeah,
Are you
but
saying atheists get the most work done?
yes, atheists get the most work done. But it depends also on their level of education, because there are also atheists that are not educated and they're illiterate. So it depends. And that doesn't mean that not all atheists are intelligent. We're not intelligent. We just use facts. Facts, yes.
So do you think if we had more atheists in the country than religious people, we'll be a developed country? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
More people like you.
Yep. If you have like 100 people like me, then this country will be very far. That's fact.
As an atheist, what would you do differently? Say you were in power, what would you do differently?
I saying if I was president of this state.
You don't be president of power. If you're in positions of power, you have power to change anything.
No, let me tell you one thing. This is what I will do. If I was president of this country. I will not abolish religion. No.
What would you do?
I will not abolish religion. I would highly tax it, because these institutions. Let me give you an example. The Catholic Church, your religion itself, it is the most richest.
It's the richest
Organization in the world. You're aware of that, right?
Hearsay.
It is in Germany alone. It is, I think, if I remember very well, by 2021, if I remember my statistics very well, it was worth $7 billion in Germany alone. You can imagine that. The Catholic Church can help eradicate world hunger and poverty if they could. It can help, but where are they? Because actually their net worth, even if you to Google their net worth, it's not there. It's not known. It is very rich. It is a very rich organization. So
what would you do?
I would tax it. I would highly tax
organizations.
Because actually, name any church that pays tax here in Uganda. The URA.
What does it have to do with anything?
Name a mosque that pays tax. Okay, they pay tax in a different way, whereby
they pay property tax.
Most churches have other big businesses like schools.
They pay
like
direct
schools.
Taxes, they pay tax. They pay.
No, there's that indirect tax they pay. Like for example, I was giving an example. Like most churches have other organizations that are under church, like schools, hospitals, and all that stuff. Blah blah blah, circles and all that stuff. Those things pay taxes. I'm talking about that money, that tithe. It's not taxed. It's not taxed.
You want it taxed?
Yes, it should be taxed. That's free money for those religious people, for those people running the institutions.
Wait, what do you think? What makes you think it's free money? They use that same money to take care of organizations of people who are needy, helpless people.
Remember, those organizations under them also generate income. Like, for example, schools.
They generate income, but most of them are non-profit organizations.
For example, yes, I know. For example,
so who's going to fund
SMARC?
Who's going to fund those organizations? Rotary, what those?
Listen. Do you see SMARC?
Yeah, SMARC.
SMARC is a Catholic oriented and based school, right? If I'm not mistaken. Don't those kids pay school fees?
Okay, get to the point.
Where does that school fees go?
To run the school operations.
And the profits? Because of course it's a business. And
it's a business profits.
Where do the profits go?
What are you talking about? What's the point? What's the point?
I'm telling you that churches, that tithe has to be taxed. Because even those organizations that are under churches also generate income. Basing on that question, asked me at first about those organizations that also pay tax. Yes, they do pay tax, but they also generate income. So back to the point. If I was president, I would tax religion highly. When I tax them,
why are you taxing religion highly? Are you trying to shut them down?
Yes.
Because you don't believe in it?
Yes. It will be to minimize.
So you're trying to run a country that's not diversified. You're trying to run an atheist country, which is not going to happen.
No. I'm not trying to run an atheist country. I'm trying to bring equality here.
You're taxing everyone that's opposing you.
I am no.
Because there are few atheists compared to religious people.
I'm bringing.
So you're going to tax 70% of religious people, as you said initially.
I'm bringing equality here. Why are these people untouchable?
What makes
why are they untouchable?
Who funds these non-profit organizations? Who funds them?
Which non-profit organizations?
Most churches are non-profitable. They only get money through grants, funds.
Yes, I want to tax that stuff. I want to tax that shit, bruv. I want to tax that shit.
To shut them down.
Not shut them down.
You don't tax them.
To
shut them down.
To curb
what?
No, if
what?
Remember, listen. Remember, I'm the president. I have the power here. If I want to dictate, I will say remove all religious institutions in the country. I don't want them. No. I will not do that. Because here I'm giving people the right to choose for themselves what they want, like what to believe in. So, Mr. Pastor, I'm taxing your church.
You're already taxing you. Why you
on each tithe?
On
which tithe you get, 30% goes to government to build schools and roads for the citizens, and the 70% is yours. No problemo. It's a win-win for both of us. Don't you see that? Sheikh Muzata, whatever, I'm taxing that zakat because Muslims pay zakat. I'm taxing that zakat 30% to build a school in Nakapiripiti, to build a hospital in Karamoja. It's a win-win.
But do you realize it? A church is just a building. It's the people you're taxing. You're taxing the religious people. Church is just a building.
They're giving free money
community.
to... Yeah, listen, they're giving free money to...
As you say, even
to
government
institution.
has religious people. Are you going to tax all government institutions that have religious people? Because it's the same thing. They're all business.
No, I'm taxing the religion. The institution, the religious institutions.
What is...
Not the people.
Like, what is atheism to you? Are you a non-believer, or are you just opposing the non-believers? Because there's a difference.
No, there's
a big difference. You know that?
Yes, there's a big difference. Now listen.
You sound like just the person who's not a believer. You're just opposing the non-believers.
If you listen to the first segment of this podcast, there's atheism. Now, I want you, Blaise, to understand what atheism is. This is a notion that says, or people who say that there are no gods because they are not factual. Like, they're not facts.
Stop with that. It shouldn't go.
Just that.
You should stop with that. That's atheism.
That's atheism. Like,
now, when
there's
you go
no
out
gods.
of hand.
No, listen. That's atheism. Like, there's no god. There are no gods. There are 5,000 gods worshipped over by 8 billion people in the world, and there's no fact to prove that any of them exist. Now, what they call antitheism. Antitheism is the hate for organized religion. Now, me, Bamcha Trevor Bill the First, I am an atheist and also an antitheist. Do you get my point?
What's the point of being an anti-theist? What's the point of just hating?
Because religion has caused more harm than good to human beings. Religion, if I take you back to the history of religion was created by the early men.
What more harm have they caused?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. Let me first give you the background of religion, of how religion came to be, and how the first humans, our ancestors, came up with the concept of creationism / religion.
Yeah.
When we're evolving, there were very many unanswered questions when we attained self-awareness. For example, our ancestors began asking themselves, how was this mountain formed? How was this lake formed? How was this hill formed? etc. All these geographical things we see here.
Okay.
And they had no answers. Then they were like, maybe there is some supernatural deity that is responsible for all this. You get? But then right now, our brains have now advanced. We now know that Lake Victoria was formed as a result of downwarping. And there's facts to show that the young sedimentary rocks were acted upon by pressure. They downwarped, forming a basin. Rainfall, a lake formed. Mountain Elgon, volcanicity, when you go there you can see the veins and the volcanic, everything is there, and the facts are there. Mountain Rwenzori, Rift Valley, the facts are there. Faulting.
Yeah, but how does religion cause harm on that?
So I'm coming to that, brother. I'm coming to that. Now, religion has brought harm that, first of all, it fights science. You've seen how all the old scientists, I actually talked about it just...
Religion fights science?
Yes.
Science?
Scientists.
Science
because...
is fighting religion.
No, religion fights science because we have seen...
Because we can coexist.
No, we can't coexist.
But there are scientists who are
we have failed. No, the scientists who are religious, that is what they call the power of indoctrination. Now, the harm that religion has caused to science is that science is always accusing religion of their false claims. Like, no, lakes were not formed. Like science says.
So if I'm accusing you, am I fighting you?
Yes. No, listen, please. You're interrupting my thing. Is you take me to to another point. You take me to another point. Like, I want our listeners to understand. Science comes out and says a mountain was formed by faulting. A sheikh or a traditionalist or a Catholic will come and say, no, but the Bible says God created all this in 7 days.
Yeah, but the scientists, they are proving man-made things.
Which man-made things?
They are natural things that were made.
But was the mountain formed by artificial intelligence? Is that what you're trying to insinuate? That's the natural process. Faulting. You get? There are very many claims. Now, when you even read the Bible, it says on the second day, on the first day, God separated light and darkness, causing day and night.
Let us listen. Let me interrupt you a bit.
Okay.
If to you, factual, the atheists are very, you guys are factual.
Okay.
So do you believe that everything on earth was made by man?
It's only this artificial stuff that were made by man.
Then the rest?
The rest happened.
Because the most is the rest.
The rest happened by nature. Nature took its course.
Nature took its course. That's what you believe?
Yeah.
There's no divine being.
Yeah, because like everything that happens on earth, all the phenomena that happens on earth, faulting, continental drift, also happen on other planets. Like on Mars, the tallest mountain in our solar system is called it's called Olympus Mons. Olympus Mons is found on Mars. It's the tallest mountain. It is 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Can you imagine?
Yeah, but let's focus on Earth because we're on Earth.
Yeah. So all these phenomena that happen here, faulting, volcanicity, blah blah blah, they don't only happen on Earth. They also happen on other planets.
Okay, but we are deviating from the point. You still haven't told me, how does religion cause?
Yeah, I was coming to that, and then you took me to another point. You have a tendency of doing that all the way from school.
Yeah, but you deviate a lot. You say a lot of things that are irrelevant to say small things that are relevant.
Yeah, I know that because
so back to the point.
I want you to be precise. Now, the thing is, like I said, science has been fought by religious institutions all the way from the medieval times. Scientists were hunted down and killed, censored. I can give an example of Leonardo da Vinci. When the Catholic Church shut down his when they censored him and his creations he had made, and his claims and his findings. Galileo Galilei, the one who whatever the moon, his sketches and everything, his scientific findings, all of them censored by the church, burnt down by the church, because scientific claim always fucks with like religious claims. I'll give you very many examples.
You still haven't told me how religious has affected science.
I've just explained to you. It's fighting. Have you watched this series called Warrior Nun? Warrior Nun will give you a very, 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 very good way, very good example of how religion is fighting science. It's a very good series of how the Catholic Church actually mostly fights science, because the Catholic Church is like the basis. Do you know? Hold on.
Let me interrupt you a bit. As you're having this conversation,
okay,
let's focus on that Catholic atheism in the country Uganda. Let's first focus on this.
Okay.
Then we break it down.
All right.
So how has religion caused less development in Uganda?
How religion has caused less development in Uganda?
Well, as you said, if there are more people like you, atheists, we will be a more developed country than Uganda.
Well, religion, how it has affected development in Uganda. That will take me back to the point whereby if I was in power,
you'd kill anyone that's opposed to you.
Bro, I'm not a dictator, but you know, sometimes you see the things religion does, and you wonder.
Like
last week, I saw an article in the news. The Uganda Bible Society wanted, was it 5 billion Uganda shillings to translate the Bible to Runyoro Chitara, some language in Western Uganda, to translate the Bible in some Western Uganda language. 5 bloody billion Uganda shillings. And the government is going to give that money, yet we have poor infrastructure in the country. Do you know how many hospitals, how many health center 1s or 2s that money can build? or a small school, like 3 schools, actually not even more than 5 schools in the villages.
So are you blaming it in the people or the religion? Because religion.
Blaming it on religion. If there's no religion, then that
It's
will
like
not be
a system.
happening. Yes.
There are people in
There
the
are very
system.
many, I can give you very many examples. We can even spend here the whole night.
There are people in the system that are asking for money, not the religion.
It's all the same thing. They are religious people.
It's not the same thing.
They are religious people. They're religious people. Bro, they're religious people. And that's what it's not. This thing doesn't have.
Now, let me give an example of the NRM government. We're focusing on Uganda now. NRM government has been in power for the last 36 years or more plus, I think.
37, I think, I suppose, yeah.
So do you think everyone in NRM is bad because they're criticized the most?
Name one good, like NRM, but the problem, like
Yeah, but do you know everyone in NRM? Because
like I don't want to go into politics right now.
I'm just giving you an example
Because-
you're saying religion.
I don't like
There
to
are
indulge
people-
this in politics.
Religion is like, let's say a company. There's a company and people that run the company.
Uh-huh.
You should condemn the people that are asking for the 5 billion, not the company. You understand? Because not every religious person is going to profit from that. Religion is a big thing. Christianity, Islam, Protestants, it's a big thing. And you're not an atheist. You're an anti-theist.
I'm both. Now listen, if you're saying that,
You're only here to criticize. Not
if
to
you're
prove
saying
your point.
I know, like, I
Because
know what
you can just be an atheist and focus on that, and that's okay.
it's not okay
Because there's
because.
no point of hating. Why are you hating?
But you also give people also hate on us. You kill us. I can give you an example of Bruno. There are very many. I've told you. I've
You
given
only
very many
kill if you
examples.
attack directly. You're talking about their
No, no, no,
values,
no, no,
their
no, no,
culture.
no, no, no,
You're
no,
opposing
no.
their culture. No one's going to kill an atheist out of the blue.
No,
If you're an atheist and you live as an atheist,
you have not been.
you're in
to,
your line.
You have not.
No one can kill you.
You have not been to Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, the moment you declare that you're an atheist, it is over for you. Just stand in the road and say, I'm atheist. I'm Abdul Ahmed, I'm atheist. You'll see.
There are different
The
countries.
Sharia law, you're dead.
There are different countries that have different what.
No, because
Bodies.
here we are diversified. There are very many religions. We have, first of all, we even have the traditional religions here. Then there's new religions that are just come here: Christianity, Islam, blah blah blah, and all that. Hinduism, because we also have Hinduism here, blah blah blah. That's a problem. But when you go to countries now like Saudi Arabia, where you find one religion, and that's it, bruv. Strict rules. Very many atheists. There are over 3 to 4 million atheists in Saudi Arabia, but they're all shut. Then when they find out that you're an atheist, just here recently I was watching one of my mentors. He's an atheist and also a scientist. It's called Dr. Richard Dawkins. He was interviewing like on his podcast, if I must say. He was interviewing some lady who ran away from Saudi Arabia. Her own brother wanted to kill her because the brother found out she was an atheist. So she had to tried to run away from the country and seek refuge. Was it in? I think she's in France, something like that, France or Germany. But then she found other like Arabic people that side, and then they found out that she's also an atheist. They also wanted to do harm to her. They're like, how come you're atheist? Blah blah blah. You know, there's that kind of nonsense that is there. You get, like all that is harm. I can give you all the harms of, for example, I'll give you Islam. Islam, their Prophet Muhammad, or actually their religion, advocates for marriage of young girls. They advocate for pedophilia. The case in point, their beloved Prophet Muhammad married his wife Aisha when she was 6 years old. And she was consummated into marriage when she was 9 years old. Just here recently, actually I even posted that thing on my Twitter and status yesterday. An old man of 60-something years old married an 8-year-old girl, had sex with her on their wedding night, and she died of internal bleeding. 8-year-old. Don't you see that? That is bad. That is harm. That is harm.
Are you saying all atheist people are good people? Because even in religion, they're bad and good people.
How many?
The largest number of people in religion are good to bad.
I'll give you an example.
Just because of one bad apple, you're saying all Islamists are bad people?
Oh, That's a very good
that what you're
question. That's a very good question. If I
Because there are bad fruits everywhere.
Yeah, if I to do a population census of prisons, of people in prisons, you'll find out that 0.01% of the inmates in prisons are atheists, and the rest are what? Say it louder. The rest are religious people.
You have proof about that?
Yes, you can do census. I've made my census already. 0.01%. Atheists are very good people, by the way. We are very good people. We are law-abiding citizens. Because we don't have rules.
So in Uganda, let me ask you something. How many marriages in Uganda have you seen where a Muslim man has married a young girl?
They are there,
The
but
incident has happened.
they
Because
don't come out.
incidents that happen in other countries.
They don't come out
But
very
in
well
Uganda
because
now.
we're in a shithole country. But they happen. Trust me, they happen.
They happen.
Yeah,
You've not heard of
they're
any?
happening. They're happening. No, I've heard, but now even if I give an example of let's say, Mr. Baker from Chisigula, of course, no one knows Mr. Baker who that is. You get, so it won't move around, and people will just look at it as a normal thing.
If it's bad as you said, the example you gave, it will move around.
It will move around, but it will die out. You've seen how Ugandans quickly move on with things.
Of course, there's always something new on the block. So
Yeah.
I need to get back to the point. Are you just not a believer, or are you just opposing the believers? Because the big difference.
I'm doing both.
And what's the point?
Like I told you, I'm an atheist, and one of the vows I took.
Don't you have other things going on in life that are more challenging than being an anti-theist? Try to understand you.
They're there, of course. But no, the thing is, with me, I don't look so much at world things. I believe.
No. Is your life goal trying to prove that these things don't exist?
Yes.
That's your life goal?
Yes. Because I believe there's nothing much to life.
That's your calling?
Exactly. That's my calling. I believe we're just animals on this planet in the
You want to
Goldilocks
get
zone.
wealthy?
I don't look at that so much. Whatever happens with me, whatever fate I'm to face, it's that. If I'm to die right now after this podcast, well and good. If I'm to become rich, well and good.
Why are you talking about death? Do you think someone is targeting you? Do you face a lot of criticism as being an atheist?
Yes, I do.
So you think you're a public figure?
I'm not a public figure, but I've received very many threats.
Threats about what?
On WhatsApp. Killing threats. Ever since I became...
I don't think you get threats of being an atheist. You get threats of being an anti-theist.
I get threats for both.
Because if I'm a Catholic, as I am a Catholic, and you're Muslim, you're Shafiq, and I start criticizing your Muslim religion just because mine is giving different values, I start directly criticizing your values that have existed for over 1,000 years.
Yes.
Some people are going to get offended by that, and they retaliate.
Yes.
So do you think what you're doing is off the grid?
What I'm just asking is for facts. I'm telling people, like, guys, okay, there are two theories here. My theory says when we're not created by a deity. A deity is not responsible for the universe, because what your holy books are saying is not factual. For example, the Bible is saying the universe is 6,000 years old, but then according to the scientific findings, the universe is 13.8 billion years old. So I'm saying, guys, bring in facts to support your theory of creationism. If that is offending you, then I'm not responsible for you being offended.
I don't think that is offensive. But I think what is offensive, what offends people, when you directly call them off their religion. Let's say you're an atheist, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with being an atheist. But when you say I'm stupid for being a Catholic, that's offensive.
Because of how religious people reason, that's what makes them stupid. I have met and I've had dialogues, by the way, with intelligent religious people, and the intelligent religious people are the minority. Very, very, very rare to find. And that actually hurts me, by the way. What hurts me, by the way, I get so hurt, is seeing educated religious people. Like, what you are taught in school is so much different from what religion says. I remember you did you're a sciencer back in high school, right? You will see the things you're taught in school are different from what religion says, right?
What does it have to do with anything?
You did physics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see the theories of physics are very different from what religious books say. Do you get my point? Or geography or whatever science, even if it is any science, biology, it is very different. So when I see educated people,
yeah, but let me ask you this: why are you so angry? Why are you so angry?
no,
You sound so angry. You feel like everyone should be like you.
No.
Why are you so angry?
because I want people to realize the truth and start reasoning
But
and
the truth is,
use logic.
The people won't be as you.
Use
That's
no.
the truth, man.
Like I don't want them to be like me. I want them to start using logic and reasoning, and not hearsay, that hey, there is a God somewhere. Oh, hey, no facts. You then you begin believing. They can tell you to even jump in a pit hole, and then you also jump there.
They're not facts to you. They're facts to them.
No, that's not facts. Like what's the fact? Okay, give me one fact from the Bible, because you're Catholic.
No, I don't give facts. I don't give facts.
No, please.
I do not need to
Give me facts from the Bible. Actually, the Bible is the most unfactual book and the most contradicting book I've ever read.
So for me, as a Catholic, the Bible is my precedent. That's where I look back and see how things go and how things should go. So you atheists, where do you look back?
Science.
So atheists are backing. Atheists are behind. They're using scientific knowledge. They're actually not proving it themselves. Atheists are using scientific knowledge.
Yeah, because science gives facts, and some of us, most of
And
us,
there's a difference between science and atheism.
and some of us, atheism moves together with science. Most of us are scientists.
They're two different things.
There are two different things, but because the other party gives us facts, that's how they move hand in hand. Just like how you guys run to the Bible, hey, God said this, that's how we run. It's like, oh, when you get hydrogen and oxygen, what do you get? You get water. That's science, and that's facts. When I take it to a laboratory, I get hydrogen, mix it with oxygen, I'll get water, H2O. Simple as that. That is facts. I'm seeing it, it's happening. The reaction is happening. I'm seeing it in real time. You get?
So you said you come from a long line of religious people.
Protestants, yes. All the way back.
So do you think they've lived a false life?
Yes, false life. My mother is a Protestant and she's a born-again Protestant, but up to now she still asks herself what happened. Where did she go wrong? Because she raised me as a Protestant born-again, just like her. But like I told you in the beginning of this podcast, that it was curiosity and me being inquisitive that brought all this.
Yeah, but you're so curious, but you still don't have the answers of how we came about. You still don't have.
Yeah, because of the current technology we have.
Of how religion
because
affects
of the current
the society. You still don't have answers about a lot of things, but
I've given you all that. I've given you all the answers. Like, what more else do you want? And it's even visible. And when
according to how it came about, you don't have facts about that.
We have,
and that's the most important thing.
We have where we have reached. Right now,
you know where you've reached. You know where you've reached, because if you have reached somewhere, you'll have some answers. Okay, just give us those answers. Where have you reached?
Right now, we know that life on Earth started at a cellular level. That is why most of the animals on Earth share DNA. Like I told you, though you cut me short, you asking me questions by question by question. And I gave an example of how we are related to bananas. We have the same DNA with bananas. If you want, I can take to the laboratory and we prove it. Why is that? Because life started at a cellular level. All of us came from a cell called Lucas. No, the cell is not called Lucas, by the way. It's just Lucas is just a short form. Now, from those cells, that's where life started from. You get. First of all, life. How does life come to be on Earth? Now, let me take it back to astronomy and space. For life to be able to live, to propagate and function on a planet, there are very many things to put in whatever. First of all, the planet itself must be in the Goldilocks area of the star system. Now, Earth is in the Goldilocks. It's not so far away from the sun and not so near to its sun, enabling water to be in its what? In its liquid state. That's what it means to be in a Goldilocks zone. So Earth is in a Goldilocks zone. Scientists right now have found facts or like proof that life might have existed also on Mars a few 100 million years ago, to be exact. But since now Mars is now it was pushed away from the Goldilocks system, because now Mars is cold. The temperatures are very cold on Mars, making water not be able to be on Mars in liquid state. You can't have water on Mars like on a liquid state. So it's not in a Goldilocks system. Sorry, in a Goldilocks area of the planet. So it can't sustain life, but Earth can. So, like, I don't know if you're understanding, and also my listeners are also understanding my point.
Okay.
For life to be sustained on a planet, the planet itself must be in the Goldilocks area, not so far away from the sun, not so near to the sun. Now, how you see like Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It is very hot there, so life cannot be sustained on Mercury. You get? So, we believe that life, for life to happen, there must be water. Water is a must in liquid state. So, we believe a few billion years ago, Earth, of course, was bombarded by meteorites coming from different areas of the universe. We believe that those meteorites carried ice droplets which evaporated, causing the first rainfall, hence the first water. Because water, actually, it has been proved that water on Earth is older than Earth. Did you know that?
But let me
Let me first give you that fact.
We're off topic.
No, listen. Let me first give you that fact. It's a very beautiful fact. Because our planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old.
As I keep telling you, you say a lot of relevant things that...
No. I can't give you that fact. No, I can't give you that fact.
Atheism is the main...
Ask me for proof of life, the whole life thing. So I'm giving you an insight of how life came to be on Earth.
Scientists see life, man. Not, as I keep telling you, not all atheists are scientists. Yeah. Just give me the view of an atheist. You're giving me a view of a scientist. You guys as atheists...
Because I'm both a scientist and an atheist. So I'm giving you in line of what I am and what other people...
Not even your viewers will understand those a lot of things. You understand?
Yeah, I know some of them.
The thing is...
Most of them won't understand.
If you can't prove there's a God, did you prove there's no God?
If I can't prove there's
no God... Because nothing was proved. You guys in a 50-50 state of mind. If you can't prove there's no God, did you prove there was no God?
Well, you can't. That's a very good question. It's the same thing as there's this question.
Because using the absence of evidence as evidence of absence.
Yeah. That exactly. You read my mind. That's what I was going to say. That's a very good question. Absence of evidence is what?
Is the evidence of absence. That's what you use.
Good. So, religion always talks about their gods, how they do miraculous stuff and everything.
Yeah, but the people who can testify to that. That God has done good things to them. Just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean it's not real.
Okay, how come for me it's not doing good things for me? Let me ask you a question.
Because you're not a believer, man. You believe it.
So I should first believe for things to happen to me, eh? But then say,
listen. Even minus life, even atheists, for them to get where they are, you have faith that whatever you're working on, any project you have to work on, you have to work out. That is how it works, man. Religion, it's based on beliefs and faith. If you don't believe that I can get a promotion,
but I thought God loves everyone.
If you don't believe you can get a promotion,
actually
in the next 2 years, you won't get the promotion. You don't just land on your feet.
Then how come?
But to get the promotion, you still have to put in the work.
Then how come I've achieved whatever I achieved without a God? You want to tell me? I know very many people.
Okay, in comparison to you, do you think atheists are the most successful people in the world?
No, they're not the most successful people.
Then why are they the most successful?
They are successful atheists.
Yeah, but are they the most successful?
They're not the most successful atheists.
So why do you think
Like
the
I told
religious people are the most? When you're looking at the numbers, what do you think the most?
Oh, like I think our maximum recording time for segments is 60 minutes, and it's coming. I think we should wind up with this.
Yeah, we have like 4 minutes as we're winding up.
We have like 4 minutes as we wind up.
3 actually. We need to.
So, atheists are not the most blessed people or most successful people in whatever.
Yeah.
But the ones that are successful should show.
And I'm not
proof.
saying just because you're religious, you're going to be successful. You still have to put in the work.
Yeah.
So back to the point. If you can't prove there's no God, how do you prove there was no God?
There's no God. That's full stop. There are no gods because they are. Like,
You
like I
guys
said,
have facts. Do you have the facts that there's no God? Do you have facts?
there are no facts that exist.
So if there's no evidence, it means you're also wrong because there's no evidence. You guys are factual.
There's no evidence for his existence.
Yeah, but we get back to the point. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. You get the point now.
I'm getting your point, but still, there's no evidence for for their existence. Gods.
It's like you ask me for something. If you ask for like a say if you ask for like a car, say I had a car, I don't have a car right now. If you ask for my car, I didn't say yes or no. What would you think? If I asked for my car, I didn't reply, does it mean you should take it?
I haven't gotten your question very well. You had a car and then it went away, right?
No. If I had a car, but you asked to lend you the car. If you like, I'm asking, if I don't say yes, is that okay to use the car? Because I didn't say you to use my car, but if you use it, but I didn't say anything. You asked, but I didn't say no. So you took the car because I didn't say no.
Bless, that question is irrelevant to the
topic. It's the right question actually. It's the right question.
It's irrelevant.
It's the right question.
It's irrelevant. I'm not going to answer it. It's very irrelevant.
Kali.
I'm not understanding the question very well, first of all. But it's very relevant. But
you guys keep saying that you guys are very geniuses, you guys are logical, but you can't even comprehend a small question like that.
No, because the question is relevant, first of all, and car, whatever, it's very irrelevant.
I was giving Kali. Okay. Kali. Back to the point. There's no proof that God doesn't exist.
Gods. Because not only your God, gods, because human beings worship over 5,000 gods.
Okay, but there's no proof that those gods do not exist. There's no proof that they exist, and there's no proof that they do not exist.
Yes. And actually, so, like what sort of teams...
Based on your facts, the scientists are wrong about everything.
No, listen, by the way, to answer that question, like what sort of a team of scientists that are looking that do...
To prove that there's no God?
No, that to prove that...
But they can't prove it now.
To prove that to prove that gods exist, but all they find is zero.
Yeah, because they can never prove it.
Yeah, then meaning they don't exist.
Meaning they're not good enough. If you're not good at what you're doing.
Because... anyway, time is against our asses.
And it's time to say bye, man.
We shall start from there on the next episode. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good night. It's 10:38 p.m. East African time. Have a good night. Thank you for listening. Yeah, and as a host, I'm saying peace out. I had this atheist guy on the ropes. He didn't have any answers. Atheists are hiding behind science to prove their point. They're sheep in a flock. They don't have their standalone answers. They're hiding behind science. Peace out. Have a good night. Have a good night, guys. Peace out.